have some logistical issues to iron out. After Eden, it gets real tricky. Not only are there fires up north, which could not only pose a threat, but could also close parks. At the moment, it's a bit of a headache. And if I take the inland routes where the walking is better, it not only takes longer, but it's far more risky for fires. I don't know what we'll do. After 2 full days rest, good meals, good company, good sleep, we're walking out of Malakuta towards the edge of the world, as far as I can figure it. Cape Howe is the easternmost point of Victoria. I'm so refreshed, I'm so renewed. I've come a long way, and there's a long way to come. It's the 5th of December, I've got 20 days to make it the second half of the journey. It's just enough on paper, but who knows how it will turn out in reality. This is not the goal, this is not the end point, this is not the point at all of the journey. This is just another amazing world that I get to pass through. I feel so lucky. And I'm so glad I did this right now. On my way to go celebrate Christmas with my family. What a wild way to live. I feel celebratory, I feel free, I feel uplifted. Well, you really do feel like you're walking to the edge of something here. The bushes and the trees just peter out into sand till it's just this. This is it. This is the southeastern edge, the tip of the Australian mainland. Makes me a bit giddy to think about it. Well, I think I can safely say this is the most spectacular place that I've ever done the dishes. This is the part I know least. This is the part where I don't know what's gonna happen beyond Eden. We may not be able to walk. Fires might prove too much of a challenge. But all of that's in the future. The first job today is to find the path. All the lands that I've been crossing and staying on in the last few days are Bidwell territory, or Bidwell. But I should also mention that the locals of Malakuta told me that that claim is somewhat disputed by the Bonaro and Ewan groups also. This is a wild land. I'm so glad to be here. Well, this is when you start to wonder where the path is. I couldn't see it back at the campsite leading out, and I couldn't see it from the beach. So back we go. After returning to the campsite, where the path is supposed to come from, I finally found it. And this is what it looks like. This is the start of the path. I've not found paths before, and I've been a little bit lost before. And these are the times when you feel most alone. When you begin to have that creeping doubt that you're not going to find what you're looking for, that you're not going to get where you're going. And those are the times you really have to fight that feeling and think, be sensible, check the maps, check them again. It's that psychological experience before you know it's fine. When you start thinking, oh my goodness, and you've just got to push those feelings to the side. And I'm going quite slowly because I really don't want to startle a snake. As you can see, this is not an easy place to get help, should you need it. I don't recommend doing this kind of thing alone. It wasn't my first choice and it wasn't my intention. This is the sort of thing I'm talking about. Look at this. Just keeps going in the wrong direction. But now we're turning around. To be honest, pretty bad right now. This is the track left. This is where I came from, the beach. This is the air quotes track to the right. We're gonna try this one again. This is not fun. I can't find it. This is quite unpleasant. Not knowing if you'll be able to get through, not quite knowing what you're stepping on, and knowing that it's not the way. This sucks. This isn't even slightly fun anymore. I need water. I can't find a way through. I've been trying for hours. I think I'm pulling out for today. I think I'm retreating to the lake. I'm going to spend the rest of today finding that stream. Because if I keep going today with the water I have, I'm going to run out. It's really just all gone very wrong. It doesn't make any sense. To make matters worse, both my thighs have started complaining. They've started cramping up behind at the back from all this essentially wading through grass and bushes. Which means now I'm in pain, as well as strung out, fried and frustrated. So now it's just a long walk back to Naji Lake. I really hope I can get some water. The stream is quite far from the opening to the ocean. I hope I can find it. If I can't, then I'm in real trouble. Oh my goodness! Look at this! That wasn't even set up, I promise. Oh! Look at this. This is luxury. This is psychological peace. This has definitely been the most taxing mental day of the trip so far. Well, look at this. It's a hut belonging to Harry, apparently. If I'd known that was going to be fine, it would have been completely tolerable. What's really tough is when you don't know how it's going to work out. Well, here's a turn of events. I assumed the hut was shut. Latch there. Apparently not. Wow, there's even a bed. Don't even need to set up camp. Maybe. Dunno. Do I want to sleep in a creepy hut? Wow, there's salt. Hello? Whoa, and there's a lizard. Hello friend, you're the resident, I see. I wonder what that's a skull for. Don't know about this. I think I would have rathered it was shut. There's more beds in here. Might be warmer, but it's definitely creepier. So, the fact you can lock it from the outside, deal breaker. But I did pinch a mattress from inside. If Crazy Harry, whose hut it is, does come home late at night, we've got the stick as usual, but hopefully he doesn't come home. Took a look at the map, and we got less than 20k to Wombourne. And just like that, we're at the edge of the wilderness. I've come very far, but I'm not sure I can make it in the time. I've got now fewer than 20 days to make it, even if I arrive on Christmas, which isn't ideal. There might be some non-walking to come. It hasn't been a purist journey, and I think that's okay. I knew it wouldn't be. That's not the main aim, but I would like to walk as much of it as I can. Now if you're watching this and you think, gosh, that looks beautiful. Wow, that's an amazing place. I want to go there. And you don't live in southeastern Australia, please don't. The point of this film, this walk, is not a tourism ad. The point is to go, what's in your backyard? Go see, go investigate, and you might be surprised. A friend of mine once told me a story how someone he met was going to Vanuatu, and he said, oh cool, why are you going? And he said, because it's not going to be there any longer. That's the reason it's disappearing. Now again, plane travel is not evil, but we often do so without considering alternatives. This walk, this project, this experiment is me trying to consider an alternative. Something seems lost in our call for us as a global community to live differently. If we look at our own lives and there's no evidence of that desire. So, if you're inspired by this, if you've seen the world that I'm walking across and you think, gosh, that's cool, or that's beautiful, that's wonderful, it is. But you don't need to come here to do it. Nice guy behind me just told me I could cut through here and ford the river. He said you don't mind getting wet. Nothing to it. It's amazing what you can do with a dry bag and a sense of adventure. Apparently the path continues. The map says Bridge in very poor condition.
The day's major challenge was finding fresh water. The main rivers were too salty. For that, I needed a stream which was actually running.
That's the creek.
And there were a few disappointments along the way.
Damn.
But eventually, I found some, to my great satisfaction.
This last little section in towards the inlet, just walking downhill on a fairly well-formed two-wheel drive road with the sea breeze on my face and the kind sun shining but not burning any longer, has been one of, to date, my most treasured moments of this trip. I've just been walking and just singing quietly, and it actually almost brought me to tears. It's one of the most emotional experiences I've actually had. It was like song meditation. I was just sort of caught up and lost in the motion and the stillness and the silence and the music of it. Fortunately, we found a place to camp. It hasn't lost its magic. This walking to a new place every day and seeing what new wonders and new challenges it throws at you. That's what we're making for. And this is what we're walking. Just another day. Just another set of marvels. Now, I believe this morning, based on my best research, that if I haven't already, I'm now passing into Yuin lands. And just like everywhere before it, stunning country. Good thing the tide's going down. We've been very lucky with our tides. This is a bit of a interesting path. Well, we're in Eden. The house must be, I think it's that one. In all the wonder, in all the joy, in all the thankfulness, in all the kindness that's going on here, there are problems. North of here, north of Marimbula, up, there is a big bushfire. It's so big that the highway's closed, it's burning to the beach, and everywhere from the coast west for quite some way is just a no-go zone. That means that the planned route up the coast is just not going to happen. The simplest option is to just hitch from here, figure it out, but that's not really my favorite option. This was always going to be a bit up in the air, you know, before I even left. The day I was checking, it was like the day before I left or something, almost every park in New South Wales was shut. You just could not walk there. It was not allowed. I set out going, I'm going to try and walk to Sydney, already knowing that that wasn't completely the case. But I'm really having a reality check here going, it might be I'm going to walk to Eden. I don't know how much more there is to this walk, and I don't know how much more there is to my body, but we're going to find out.
Next time on my slow travel experiment.
This park's closed, that park's closed, that park's closed. It shouldn't be this hard. Not quite sure I'm allowed to be up here. It's steep down, difficult to find the path again. Why am I having a good time right now? It's not fun anymore again. This is not morning mist. This is smoke.